Hi, everyone, and welcome to Hello Word, the podcast where we dive into the English language one word at a time. I'm Alex, your host, and today we're exploring a versatile and important word, acknowledge. Acknowledge is a B2 level verb that means to accept or admit something as true. It's a word you'll often hear in conversations, formal settings, and even everyday life when someone needs to recognize a fact or truth. For example, you might acknowledge someone's hard work by saying, "I truly acknowledge all the effort you've put into this project." Another common use is admitting a mistake, like, he had to acknowledge that he was wrong about the meeting time. As you can see, acknowledge is about recognizing or admitting something, whether it's positive or not so positive. Some great synonyms for acknowledge include recognize, accept, and admit. Let's use them in sentences. For recognize, you could say, "I recognize the importance of your contribution." With accept, you might hear, "We need to accept the results of a survey." And for admit, an example could be, "She had to admit that the idea was a good one." Now, let's explore a few antonyms. The opposite of acknowledge might be deny, ignore, or reject. For instance, he decided to deny the allegations against him. Or, they chose to ignore the evidence. Another example could be, the committee voted to reject the proposal. These examples show the contrasting meanings clearly. So, how can you use acknowledge in everyday life? Imagine you're in a meeting and a colleague suggests an idea. You might say, "I acknowledge the value of your suggestion, and I think we can build on it." Or perhaps you're writing an email and want to sound professional. "I acknowledge receipt of your message and will respond shortly." It's also helpful in personal conversations like, "I just wanted to acknowledge how supportive you've been lately." Here are a few more sentence examples to help solidify the word in your mind. The teacher acknowledged that the students had worked very hard. We should acknowledge that change takes time. She failed to acknowledge her role in the misunderstanding, which made the situation worse. To sum up, acknowledge is a powerful verb that helps us recognize and admit truths, whether in professional or personal settings. It has synonyms like recognize, accept, and admit, and its antonyms include deny, ignore, and reject. I hope this episode has helped you feel more comfortable using acknowledge in your daily conversations. Thank you so much for tuning in to today's episode of Hello Word. If you enjoyed this lesson, please subscribe to the podcast and leave us a review. Your support helps others discover the show. I'd also love to hear from you. Try creating your own sentence with acknowledge and share it as a comment. I can't wait to see what you come up with. Until next time, keep exploring the beauty of the English language.